Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PixelCulture, the best podcast you've ever heard. You just don't know it yet. Yeah, it's been on for like the past 15 minutes.
And tonight's episode, Ryu's beard. Look at that shit.
Ryu's goddamn beard. One of the sexual...
I'm getting my beard back.
Whoa! Introduce your fucking selves. Tonight, joining us...
Jesus God! I am Mystic. Joining me today...
Monjolitos.
Chaos.
Hasu.
Styling.
We've got some shit to discuss. To place big order. Big order.
That's a lot of money. I don't want to
I got a special egg wonton soup for you.
I don't want to lose it. Shit. 2 new Sonic games were announced. 2 trailers were released for 2 different Sonic video games. Sonic Mania returns the series to its 2D roots. It remixes old stages from Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and includes brand new stages as well as the ability to play as Sonic, Tails, and or Knuckles.
Oh, cool.
Also, a trailer for Project Sonic was released and featured the familiar modern and classic versions of Sonic with a more darker tone, possibly pointing to a sequel of Sonic Generations, because it pretty much what it looked like. It contained like both of the same versions of Sonic that Sonic Generations had in it. So are we excited for this, since it was previously announced that after the bombing of Sonic Boom that there might not be any more large-scale Sonic games, and now there's 2.
Do you consider this large scale?
Yeah, I mean, people are freaking out about Sonic Mania. Like, it looks like Sonic 2 with like better animations, better graphics, new stages, old stages, like everything we loved about that old style of gameplay.
I like Sonic Unleashed. That was a good game. That was the last.
See, and that's even widely panned as a bad game. I liked that game.
That was the last Sonic game I played.
It was different. I mean, I didn't mind the melee, like, slow.
I loved it. I thought it was fucking cool,
And then
dude.
the fast stages were cool, yeah. Thought it was cool, dude.
You know, disclaimer, to tell you the truth, the old school 2D Sonic games I weren't necessarily the hugest fan of. I do like the adventure games, though. Those were awesome.
Oh, yeah,
I
dude.
really enjoyed those.
I like, a lot of the stuff, like, podcasts that I respect and shit, have kind of irritated me a little bit because they said that, like, there have been no good Sonic games.
No, I love the Battle. Well, it's Battle Adventure 2, but yeah, I love the adventure games. They're amazing.
Oh,
games.
I did. I loved Battle Adventure 2.
And I think they are closer to
shit.
the Unleashed style, and obviously the Panda 06. But I still even think you can get some benefit because even the 06 looks like a Battle Adventure game. Just on its own story, you know.
It was
more
weird,
linear,
like
more linear type story.
I see where the weird story elements come from, but none of the problems that I've like all these people have complained about for 06, I never encountered any of those here. Those were never like I thought it was weird that a chick made out with a hedgehog, but I was like, all right.
Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, like those types of glitches that people were talking about, like it felt like you would have those games in the Battle Adventure. Those types of glitches in the Battle Adventure games, but it felt like it was kind of built into the code, and it was almost made it kind of the game it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a sign of the times, like falling through shit.
That was gross.
What are you guys doing?
They plopped their imaginary gay stuff on my shoe.
Awesome.
Oh, you gotta wipe it.
Now you gotta wipe it all.
I do already. Fuck. This is not going well.
It's all over your lap too.
I'm stoked that Sonic hasn't just been reduced to like Mario Shadow because it was just like Mario and Sonic Olympics for a while. Yeah. And I was not a fan of Sonic Boom. I mean, they fucked Knuckles up. Like Sonic looked pretty much the same except with a scarf. Tails looked pretty much like the same. Amy looked the same. Why did they make Knuckles like a dumb beefcake, dude? Knuckles was badass.
Yeah.
And now he is like a dumb
He was just like, like the arrogant cousin of Sonic.
Like he was.
Yeah, he was like not very smart, but he was huge and beefy and like could like break shit. Yeah. He wasn't like the sleek.
Somebody had a personal agenda on that one. There's no doubt about it.
That's weird.
Yeah, dude. They don't know what they're doing with their own properties. Like, I definitely don't agree that there has not been a single good Sonic game. Because you can't praise Mario. Because you do the same shit.
People all over the world love 2 and 3 as
Mario Galaxy.
Well, I mean, but I'm going classic Mario, classic Sonic. You run to the right with style. Right. You can't say Mario is good and Sonic is not good. Like, there's not a whole lot of peripheral difference there. Like, they're 2D side-scrolling platformers.
Yeah, but one's built on speed and one's kind of built on
tactics.
One's built on speed, but there's also like slower elements to a lot of the layered levels.
I have gone through the games. There are definitely some charm to it.
Both have secrets. Both have branching
But
style
then
paths.
I wasn't
like,
huge on the Mario games either because of the similarities that you are talking about.
I mean,
It's just you can't. It's just I find it really difficult to like understand how you can like one
and not like the other.
and not like the other.
I only
Because
liked Mega Man growing up, really.
I don't
Oh,
like
see.
any of them.
I needed
Mega
a
Man
shooter, more of, I need something
Yeah.
that I could shoot, like Contra.
the action and stuff.
Like that was my game, was Contra and Mega Man.
See, and I never really played Contra until later. But like Mario, Sonic, and Mega Man were like the three main ones
Super Mario World.
that I loved
That
Super
was a
Mario
good
World
I was a Donkey Kong guy.
and Mario.
I love
3D.
Donkey Kong.
I love Donkey
was
Kong,
amazing.
too.
Yeah, Donkey Kong was
Well, like they're all
Because they're
kind of
like
falling
going-
in the same category.
Yeah,
They're all
way to
going
the
through
right.
side
Good
scrolling.
style.
No,
Well,
it's
Donkey
not
Kong, you could go.
platformers.
You could go back. You can go back. Actually,
That's true.
On what?
Changed a lot
On
of
Donkey Kong,
Donkey Kong Country.
you're able to go backwards,
Which we
but
still
yet
need
you
to do a
still went
let's
to the
play
right.
of.
Plus, it was like almost 3D in a way, like the way
The way the 2D was
It was-
projected,
yeah,
Well, it was on a
looked like
different
3D.
platform.
No, it was on the Super Nintendo.
yeah, or Sega.
Super Nintendo.
Those
Sega-
FX chips,
and-
man.
And Sega was definitely created in the 80s. It was an 89 console. However, Mario or Sonic didn't come out until 91. And then it was ported to the Master System. Remember, we had this discussion.
Yeah.
However, that port looks amazing, by the way, to the Master System.
Oh, man.
That port looks good.
Wait, for what?
Sonic.
Really?
Sonic ported to the Master System.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It looks
looks
like the
pretty
Game
good.
Gear.
It looks pretty good for
I mean,
an
if
8-bit system.
that's what you
and
have, yeah.
Sonic, like I compare,
Gear, like
you'd have to
red
compare
screen,
really the
Game
Master
Gear.
System's version
Yeah.
to the NES version of Mario.
Oh, I'm taking Virtual
You
Boy.
know, so
Yeah, that's the Virtual Boy. The Game Gear was like a black
Virtual Boy.
Game Boy, pretty much, but it was
I
like
don't
a
hear
portable
that very
system.
often.
And, like, I mean, Nick Howe had one, and they were cool.
I had one.
I never
too.
had one.
Master
Virtual Boy?
Systems?
No, a
Virtual
Game
Boy?
Gear. I never had a Master System.
I had a
either,
Game Gear
actually.
growing up. It was okay.
That was more after my time. Like I didn't find out about
Master
the
System
System.
Master System came out in '85, I want to say, or like '84 or something.
I was
like
born in
that.
'87.
Well,
I was more of an
Nintendo came out in '85 in America. It was '83 in Japan. I wasn't born when it came out in Japan.
I never heard of the Master System. The Genesis was the first Sega
Yeah,
console that I
well,
ever
at least
heard
in
of.
this country, like Master
Yeah.
System was popular outside this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
My
country,
sister's
nobody.
got a
I didn't-
picture
I don't
Nobody
somewhere.
had it.
Yeah.
I actually had one. When I was
was
a
my
kid.
first Sega.
I didn't know anybody
My
that had
PGs and shit.
had a Master System.
The Master System actually even took two solid games. There was like the floppy
The
disk,
the cards.
and I had
shit,
those.
yeah.
I didn't have the cartridges. I just had the floppy
That's
disks.
cool.
So.
That's cool. But yeah, I'm stoked for this because Sonic needs like a comeback. Like,
Well, he
it looks
definitely
like
needs to
they're-
be here. He's one of the most influential things of video
Yeah,
game history.
and
so
one of the
he
most
definitely needs to be here.
recognizable video game characters, like right next to
Arguably.
Mario.
Arguably, yeah.
Yeah, right next to Mario, dude. Like he's been around forever, and it looks like they're going back to the classic style that everybody loves, and then going back to
Like
Sonic
they're-
Generation style gameplay, which
But you
also
also have
was
to think-
So you have to
So
actually
main
play that.
problem here.
So.
because all these games are back from our generation. Our generation's getting older. We've got kids and responsibilities. And it doesn't pander well for our generation as compared to like you got the Halos, Destiny, fucking whatever, Minecrafts, the new Fallouts.
There's still
The list goes
appreciation
on.
though.
Oh, there's a
for
market
people
for it.
who-
Like I actually even saw this
but
video the
little
other day.
kids, they're not gonna. I mean, they're not.
Some of
gonna-
them.
It just depends on how little
Shovel
and what
Knight.
you're doing with it. Because I actually saw this video of a 4-year-old kid playing Streets of Rage for the first time and glued to the TV, and that was like a year ago.
And my son has like that little mini Sega Genesis portable thing, and he plays like Alex Kidd and like Sonic all the time. You know,
I hook
loves
up the 64 and let my son. He'll sit down and play Mario Kart.
Like I can understand maybe like a 13-year-old wanting to play the Call of Duty.
I mean, if
type
you
games,
give them
you
that
know,
kind of
like-
stuff, yeah, they're gonna play it. But they're not gonna go out and seek it on their own.
That's true.
and like technically,
You know, are we
Ret-
out
retro
looking for
games
Ataris
are-
to play Pong? Like, you know.
retro games
Well,
are
there is
very much
still
a
a lot of people
hipster
that
style
do that.
game though. So there are like 20-somethings that are like, oh my god, I need to get this because
Yeah.
it was the thing,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever.
That's where the NES Classic, like that's the market that they're aiming for, and they're also hoping to bring on new people with that little miniature NES and shit. There is a rumored new Mega Man game that has surfaced, and it seems to point to a possible new release in the Mega Man actual game franchise for once. A new Mega Man game for once. Yay. Hopefully.
That's not like Battle Network. That's not like this. That's not like that. It's a Mega Man game.
Yes.
This is Mega Man. This is Mega Man. It's all right.
Hopefully. Okay. It is unknown how reliable this information is, but it states that the new game would draw inspiration from the upcoming animated series set to debut in 2017. So that's the caveat. We have no idea if it's going to be rated.
Technically, there have been new games. Remember Mega Man 9 and 10? They were fairly new.
That's true.
So.
I enjoyed those. I mean, I don't know why they went back to that far retro style. I mean, they could have done
It
X
has
style.
confused some people. It really has. They're like, this is new.
Yeah.
Showing my old like my uncles and stuff like that. They're just like, this is new.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it just came out 2009. Really?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah. So okay, it also says that 2 different versions are in the works. A main title will be made by the main Mega Man team at Capcom for all consoles and PC, and the other title is being developed for mobile devices and 3DS, which is weird. Why would it be like on the phone and Nintendo 3DS? Does this news excite us, especially since we have a very vague idea of what this series is going to look like? So I have no idea what the game is going to look like.
I think that's them like asking for somebody to throw some ideas. Mega Man fans get in there.
What if
Do you
this
remember
is
that Mega Man figure I had? Like, dude, this is, I mean,
the Marvel vs. Capcom one?
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be like that, where he's kind of elongated, you know what I mean? So
No, there's. I'll show you the picture of the concept art that came out. He vaguely resembles Mega Man, like Tron, like.
He looks more like the Battle Network Mega Mans.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an amalgamation. I mean, he's going to be a teenage high school robot that transforms into like a battle-ready. Like, I don't see what the problem with the old story is, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not gonna judge it.
Well, I mean, just look at, if they brought G.I. Joe back, do you think it'd be really popular?
No.
They tried.
I know.
G.I. Joe.
Did it work?
No.
Just
Exactly.
depends
You
on
gotta
like,
add
I
new
mean,
spice.
shit, there were 3 movies in that fucking franchise, so maybe it did work. At least for a
I'm
time.
talking like, there was, I mean, G.I. Joe's, as toys, that's where its staple is, but like,
Yeah.
if you don't add spice to like old stuff, it's just not gonna work, because our generation's getting older, we got shit to do, we don't, it's just how it is.
If they make a large scale like Mega Man Legends style gameplay with this new Mega Man, that would interest me.
elements. Yeah.
That would interest me a lot.
Did they actually say if it was going to be? I can't
Oh,
necessarily
man,
remember.
can you imagine
I
that
read the
on
article,
next
but I
gen?
don't think it.
What's that?
Mega Man Legends, like just beefed up with.
Well, that's kind of what Recore looks like beefed up
little bit,
Mega Man
yeah.
Legends.
I think honestly, it
Just
feels like
make
more
Mega
Metroid
Man
Prime to me,
Just,
but
you're
Yeah,
your
but I
own
mean,
Mega
with
Man
the
and put it in a
third-person
multiplayer.
view,
Right.
like I mean, that just the gameplay would
right.
like.
No,
reminds
honestly,
me.
to tell you the truth, on that subject, Recore looks amazing. I'm going to buy that.
Yes, I'm
So-
going to be getting that.
Think about it this way: they should just let you customize your own Mega Man and throw you into a multi.
That was going to be a thing, John. It was called Mega Man Universe. You could create your own Mega Man, create your own levels. You could play as Ryu, but they canceled it.
It was not.
Did you say you could play as Ryu?
It wasn't part of
It's like
the
a Little
time.
Big Planet thing. Little
You
Big
could
Planet.
play as classic Mega Man. You could play as Claymation Mega Man. You could play as Fat Mega Man from
And
like the old
let me guess,
school ones.
they canceled it just to crush your dreams.
Probably.
Dude, they canceled 3 different Mega
It's
Man
because
games.
they were going through licensing problems with
Ah,
the people
true.
that owns it.
It's because
And some of the
fucking-
Mega Man games they did release weren't that great.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, still,
And
if
say it, I'm
Inafune
looking at
left the
you.
company,
Looking
and
at
he
you.
owns
they
I'd
want to bring
rights
back
to Mega Man
older
2.
games, they have to reamp them for one. And a lot of players now are going for the multiplayer
Yeah.
areas.
Online stuff.
Online battles, team up battles. So if they throw the old style Mega Man, bosses and that kind of stuff, but in a multiplayer universe, it'll be a lot more fun.
I mean, dude, games like Scott Pilgrim, or fucking, what is that? What's the Libre one?
Oh no, Guacamelee.
Guacamelee. Like
Guacamelee
they have
is
like
so good. So
hand-drawn
good.
sprites.
So good.
They could do that for Mega Man X, dude.
Cuphead.
Like there was
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Yeah, it looks badass, dude. Like I mean, there was a mobile Mega Man X game that came out that the visuals looked badass.
Dude,
The
Kitchen
gameplay
Ninja
was retarded.
fucking-
Like I just don't understand why they
that
don't.
shit was dope.
What? Which one?
Kitchen Ninja?
Yeah.
Kitchen Ninja?
They made a
Or was
cartoon
what
series
was it?
of,
like I think that's what it was. It was like Kitchen Ninja or something like that.
Yeah, and he's
like
got like that long.
You start out with a butcher knife and just like everything is so fluent and it's it's hand drawn.
Are you talking about Afro?
No, it's not Afro Ninja. It's Kitchen Ninja. Like you were
never
side
heard of
scrollers.
Afro.
The background
You
was like gray, white, and
You
red.
start out with a butcher knife.
That's what I meant to say.
You know, and you're like the dish pit in a restaurant. Like shit starts going down. I don't remember what the enemies were.
I know what
But
you're
like
talking
you
about.
start out with that, and then as you go through and kills and shit, and like you upgrade your weapon.
Dishwasher Dead Samurai is what it was called.
Yeah, dishwasher.
Dishwasher versus Samurai, I think it was.
It was Dishwasher Dead Samurai because he was like a corpse when like I had both those games on the 360.
That was
Yeah,
a fun
it was
fucking
insane.
game.
That game was cool.
But
Yeah, I
like
forgot
you
about
like that, dude, like that shit. Like it was,
That
it
style,
was
yeah.
fluent, and I mean everything worked. I was impressed.
We should do a Let's Play.
Or a Limbo. Like look at Limbo, dude. Limbo's fucking clean.
The
house
new
on
game
that shit.
Inside has come out by
Yeah.
the same guys.
People are tripping balls on that, dude.
That's getting the PS4 release this month too.
Cool.
So.
What is it?
Inside.
Inside. It's like when dudes in Limbo. Like it's
Yeah.
People are saying it's like game of the year status, but it's only like 5 hours long at max.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't
Limbo
have a game of
wasn't
the year
very
with
long
that.
either.
No.
Can't have a
Limbo
game
was
of the year.
just like the atmosphere was just so crazy and creepy. Going on to some music news, CKY is recording its first new album in over 7 years. Music! Since the release of Hellions on Parade back in 2009, the world hasn't seen much of CKY save for a single here and there and appearances in BAM's videos. But now that seems to be changing. They lost the lead vocalist Darren Miller after Hellions, and Chad I. Ginsberg fills in those shoes with Jess Margera on drums and Matt Dice on bass. While at the same time, Darren Miller formed his own version of the band dubbed Mecha CKY, who has also have an album in the works. Is the world ready for this much CKY? Is it confusing having two different CKY groups?
Yeah, it was like him and himsa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, similarities, but I mean, they also were called Her for a while. That's
Yeah.
confusing.
Because when I bought my first, I thought it was a him CD, actually was a himsa CD. Because I was like, well, maybe it's just because there's,
Yeah.
whatever between nations. Way different. Way different.
Yeah, it was
like
way different.
fucking metal.
Yeah,
like,
Just pretty
dude.
tight, though.
It was good.
I still have that album, actually.
Yeah, I did too.
I have all of CKY's albums. The only song that I've ever heard with Chad on vocals is Afterworld, which is like one of their newer songs that came out. I mean, it was good.
He was in,
This is pretty big news, though. It's fine. It's
His
like,
background vocals.
It's true.
yeah, he was in
He
the one fucking, Close Yet Far.
And Flesh into Gear, and a lot of different. He did backup vocals for a lot of their songs, dude. So I mean, it'll be different, but I like that it's still like the original lineup. I wish Darren was still there though.
Trying to think of the name of the song. I want to say Imagination Station, but it's not.
Oh, Creation Station,
Creation Station?
something like that. Inhuman Creation Station.
Yeah, Inhuman Creation Station.
That claymation one.
Imagination Station.
CKY defines like a lot of our like early days, dude. Like just putting that album in just reminds me of like so much shit.
Big rainbow.
I'll get both albums when they come out, dude. Like,
I don't know.
I'll support both.
I'll listen, but I don't buy shit unless I know I'm gonna like it. It's just how I am.
It still sounds like CKY. Both of them sound like CKY. It's
Well,
just
maybe
weird.
we should have a comparison of what we find is better.
Not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, we could do that. Massive Destiny information, gentlemen. Massive. Massive.
Lay it on me, baby girl. I've been waiting to hear this.
It seems as though the Rise of Iron may actually be Destiny 1's final expansion.
Well, of course it is.
Okay, well, they're missing a raid still. Because word has gotten out that
It's
the
gonna be a
majority.
part in the Iron.
That's not Cabal.
Rise of Iron.
That's Fallen.
I know, but it's going to be a part in the Rise of Iron. I bet you. they're gonna
Oh
make it.
yeah, they did play a
I
pretty
think
big
that they
part.
kind of tried to sum it up with Oryx because he kind of possessed and took over everything, and you
he
kind of had to
fucked
fight
with
it
the
all.
Cabal, dude. Yeah, he fucked with the Cabal.
So I don't know. I kind of had like a sense because the Cabal's like a military, like based race that like they would almost because they understand the understanding of a threat, that sort of thing. Like
And they're the
Wait,
first ones to attack Oryx.
Yeah, they were.
They were
They
the first
crashed
ones.
their ship into the
Yeah.
dreadnought.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
initiated.
you
that
got the
fight.
Queen who's military.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
She got
I want to
destroyed, and then
know.
a fucking
She didn't
Cabal.
get destroyed.
She's
She's
not
missing.
dead.
I know she's missing,
She's
but
not dead.
you know,
Well,
Somewhere.
are they going to touch up on this because it's Fallen, it's on Earth, and the Queen and the Fallen? I mean, like
Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand.
they go hand in hand. Don't you?
Wait, are you talking about that hot ass chick with the white hair? Right, that's the
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah, like the blue.
And we
skin.
still have not fucking kicked the shit out of her brother. That arrogant
that little
motherfucker.
bastard.
Drew looks like him. His Warlock does.
I know.
Yes,
So does
it
mine.
does.
My Titan actually
Just go over there
looks
and
like
punch
him.
Drew a couple times.
My Titan
That's
looks
funny.
almost exactly like that dude.
All right. Okay. Well, the word is that the majority of the team at Bungie has shifted focus to Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And it seems weird though because one of Destiny's main villain species still is without a raid, the Cabal. So how do we feel about this, and what do we want from Destiny 2?
I want space battles. Oh well, okay, not.
I think that's a given.
I want it like, okay, maybe not space battles, but like to where it's like Battlefield, where if you want vehicles, you can get the
That would be
vehicles or
sick
not.
as fuck, dude.
And I want SRL to come back.
I mean, these are the
fucking
same people that did
love
Halo,
SRL.
dude. They had
See,
vehicles in
they
Halo.
might just incorporate, SRL into PvP.
SRL's coming back with Rise of Iron. By the sounds of
And
it.
dude, I'm thinking
I'm
like,
cool with that. Just, dude, I fucking rock SRL.
Me
all
too.
the time.
okay, we should have like classic SRL, but yeah, I want to be like when you end up on one of them big time maps. Okay, one thing I want to be able to do matchmaking playlists and be more customizable. I want to be able to pick the planets or the maps that I want to play on, and if we want to fucking play Rumble and I want to fucking kick the fuck out of all of you, like god damn it,
We
like
should,
I want
yeah.
to.
We should
Like,
have a team.
They used to let you, if you were in a 3-man group,
You could do
you
Rumble.
could queue for Rumbles.
Yeah.
And then you
Now
can't
you
even
can
do it
only-
if you have anyone with you, dude.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Like, they have the solo queue lists for a reason. Like, why does that got to kick us in the dick?
Well, it's because a lot of times people would in a 3-man group.
That's
They'll
right.
join in. They'll hold back. They'll just sit there and kill the other players.
That's right. There was problems with
Well,
people like getting your thorn, getting
there's-
kills with your.
Thorn's coming back to
Well, yeah, but
I have Thorn.
originally,
Year 3 Thorn.
yeah. See, but
Up to
before,
Thorn.
like
So
to
like
get
not a
thorn.
160, like so you
Yeah.
can.
You had to do like a certain amount of bounties like throughout the week. Like you'd have to do like 20 of each, 20 Vanguard bounties and 20 Crucible bounties, roughly, or something like that, in order to get like a gold bounty or a weapon bounty from the
the Weapon Master.
no, from the bounty guy.
Oh.
And I mean, like you'd have to go through a bunch of shit, dude. Like 3 or 4 steps of
remember you
things
saying
in order
about
to.
that, yeah.
Let's see, and then like after you did all these things, you take all of the shit to the gunsmith, and then he sits on all of it
Yeah.
until like the
week later.
reset, and then he'll give you like the part you need. Then you got to go do something else, charge it, fill it up, depending on whatever the gun was. And to get the thorn, you had to get like a certain amount of points in PvP, but you could only get them by using void weapons.
Yeah, it was a
And
pain
that
in the
was
ass.
a pain in the dick,
It
dude.
was. It was.
Are they gonna raise the light level?
Yep.
Because
yep.
it's what,
I'm gonna.
335 now, so it's gonna be what, like 3?
It's gonna be 400. I'm gonna get.
What?
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. What I want to see from Destiny 2, considering that they have brought the story and writer for all the Mass Effect games
Nice, that's right.
onto Destiny, I want a big
So is there
fucking
gonna be better
massive
story?
sexual campaign, better story, more explanations into shit. I want the infusion mechanic from Destiny 1 that it is now to go over to Destiny 2. Because the way that you level up now and infuse your gear to make shit
I want to be
stronger
able to infuse
is a
purples
perfect
with
way to do
golds.
it.
You know what I mean? Have a purple. If you like that purple better than, say, a gold weapon, want to be able to infuse it. Or
That's
swap
a weird thing, but I mean, I
know.
understand.
Or I want to swap some perks over from, say, said gun. Like
See,
That's
That's-
okay.
that would
That's
be
a whole
fucking
different thing,
awesome.
though. That's a good idea.
See,
yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure that's why they took it out of Destiny 1, is because that was just an optimal mechanic to have, to be able to re-roll your guns. Because you used to be able to go to the gunsmith
and you could
and,
switch perks.
you know,
Yeah.
you could
And
give
they
him a
took that
handful
out.
of shit and he'd re-roll your perks.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great, but I mean, that made PvP extremely ridiculous.
yeah,
because
that's
people,
probably why they stopped doing it because it got fucking just.
Well, no,
Well-
dude, because I mean that's something that people long for. So Destiny 2 probably gonna have some shit like that. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be like its own little hub
multiplayer would be nice.
as far as your upgrading your weapons and everything. It's probably gonna be far more in
And
depth.
honestly, it
I
really
hope so.
doesn't matter. I mean, because if you're not a good player, you're gonna die anyways. If you're a good player, then at least it's fair. Like Battlefield, you can put me on Battlefield with a base weapon sniper rifle, and I will fuck you up. Like that's
true.
how I am. Like if you're a good enough player, you'll be all right. You can still fucking.
Man, I just downloaded
Okay,
4
well-
different.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Here's-
There's different map packs. in
Here's
Battlefield.
my input on it is, one, they're leaving out the Cabal on Destiny 1. So are they gonna open up?
You guys have to see this.
Are they gonna open up with the Cabal?
It's
the
gonna probably
second
be a
one?
whole new species, dude. Because we got
Yeah.
planets
There
missing
could
out
be-
of Destiny 1. I'm
Okay.
sure it's going to be like the outer reaches of space.
Well, they said there. If you remember back in one of those strikes, it was a signal coming from the outreaches of space.
There's no Mercury.
Right.
Oh, wait, there is a Mercury, but you can't
There
go
is
to
a
it.
multiplayer map on Mercury.
There was an SRL on
and
Mercury too.
the
There was.
lighthouse is on Mercury.
And the lighthouse.
But you don't get to fuck around on Mercury.
9
don't
wins
really get to
and
explore.
0 losses in trials. Will
Yeah,
get you to
I've
the
never been
lighthouse.
there. Never been there. Not even close. Well, kind of.
Okay, go finish what you're saying, John.
But so going back to this Rise of Iron, maybe it's the Fallen, okay, mixed in with something that we haven't seen yet. Maybe they captured the Queen.
The plague.
It's true. I mean, I'm curious to see if the Rise of Iron is going to answer the Queen's question. Like,
Or
Maybe the Queen
it's
and her
Guardian
brother
versus
are-
Guardian. Like, what if the fucking
this has a focus, yeah.
Okay.
the speaker is like, you know what, y'all are bitches.
That'd be
It's
crazy,
popping off
dude.
right now. Like,
See,
That'd be crazy.
it's like, what if the Queen was what really had the speaker like
Worried.
worried or whatever? Because
Well, let's not get too.
No, I'm just
like,
saying.
into
Okay,
it.
right. I got the first. Anyway, the plague. Like the plague was from before, so I don't think that the Queen would be responsible for them having
But
any.
this
But
is
you
something
think
that's been
the
sitting there
Fallen
for
and
a
the
while.
Plague have merged?
Yeah, but this is something that's been sitting there for a while because fucking what's his butt?
I'm
What's
curious to
Saladin
know
and
is
Shaxx
why has
fought
nothing
it
been
out.
brought up about them being locked away, like this plague and shit being
Yeah.
locked away.
That's
until now.
what's coming. I mean, remember that like back
yeah,
in the
but
day
like,
when
no,
we
no
recorded.
hints, like no like, walking through an NPC subtly talking about like a plague that's been locked away or anything like that.
Well, maybe they're just trying to fit it. Maybe not very many people know about it. Remember, like back in the day when we were talking about like the expansion and what was called Comet Plague of Darkness. That's this part of it. They broke that up into 3 or 4 different expansions.
the
like
story
the House of
was
Wolves.
like super vague,
Oh,
though.
yeah,
that's
that's
the
right.
problem. The story was super fucking
Yeah, well,
vague.
they're just trying to get as much out of this as they could. They were trying to make it a huge franchise so they could continue it. Because
Like,
like
if
something
you-
happened in the beginning in the making of this game that we didn't get what was made. Like we got a portion.
If you
of
get
it.
on the internet and watch like the cutscenes, I don't think you can do it on the game, but if you watch on the internet from cutscene 1 to the very end, they kind of don't make any fucking sense. Like they don't.
the Taken King is the first time where the story actually went coherently.
Yeah, because you're
I
like
agree.
during the whole thing, you're like, huh.
A weird little fun fact: that very first gun, the very first gun that you pick up in Destiny,
Yeah.
in the Cosmodrome,
The one that you're like,
that's
save
coming
that?
back as an exotic.
Really?
I still have it in my fucking vault.
I do too. I do
It's
too.
coming back as an exotic.
I've used it every once in a while on PvP,
Yep,
and I infused it with a green, I think, a while ago.
I still have it
Still a
sitting
shit
in that
ton.
vault
Yeah,
with the
same
cracked
thing.
fucking og
Oh, that's
sight,
right.
red dot sight.
That's cool.
It's actually a decent red dot sight though.
is.
It's tight.
If you keep it and you use it in like
That's-
not in banner, not in trials.
I've
like
used it in just regular
just
crucible
PvP,
beautiful,
PvP.
yeah.
That thing is
Yeah.
a fucking monster.
I've used
I
it.
don't have it. I have to start a new game to get it, but
I've used it a couple times.
All right. On top of all of that, there's been a shitload of new info for Rise of Iron. There's a new Cryptarch named Tier Karn. The new social space is Fellwinter. The light level is increasing to 400. It's increasing to 375, and then a week after, when the hard mode raid releases, that's when it's going to 400.
Oh, some shit's going down.
hard mode what?
Hard mode raid.
For the Fallen Raid?
For the
Fallen Raid.
Yeah. So the
So who's
overall
backing
increase
the
is
boss?
going to go to 400. Thorn is coming back, so it will be able to go to 400 light level.
So basically, the thorn I have now is garbage.
I mean, it's not garbage.
No,
The
I mean it's
thorn,
got
any
great
weapon,
impact.
Any
but,
weapon works the same in PvP
in Cruise,
outside of
Yeah.
anything, which is really rare count.
New Supremacy PvP mode, which is you like when you kill someone, they drop like a token, like how like in like Call of Duty,
Nice.
they drop like dog
Yeah.
tags or some shit,
Yeah.
and you got to go pick it up.
Kill token.
Or enemies can pick up the shit that you've like killed. You know.
So you collect tokens, and then like if they kill you, they get like your 30 tokens, and like it's a game wash.
Yep, we got shitload of new raid armor, new armor from the Iron Lords, record books, which keeps track of everything that you do, so like all your kills, all your shit, like all that shit. New Iron Banner mode and new Iron Banner gear.
Nice.
Ooh.
They're switching up Iron Banner a little bit.
Dig my banana, but I fucking
Dude,
hate
I-
trials.
The
Okay.
biggest thing,
I want to know, is Iron Banner still going to be like a once in a great while thing?
I think so. I think they're gonna
I
alternate.
thought it was once a.
They're gonna
last week of the
alternate
month.
Iron Banner, SRL, and Trials. They're gonna go like that. I think.
So
I thought Iron Banner was the last.
you'll get
week
it
of
once a
every
month.
I think. Isn't. I'm not sure. I
It's
think
the last
like
week of
once-
every month. Has been
And then
is
Trials
Banner.
is every weekend.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
Trials is every Friday through
Tuesday.
Friday to Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Banner is every last
Banner's-
week of the month.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's I wait for that.
But
shit.
here's
yeah,
my
Banner's
question:
there
are they
on.
gonna increase the party size from 3-man fire team to 4-man?
No, I doubt
Got
that.
it.
But I bet you
Maybe
in
in
Destiny,
Destiny
2 they'll
2.
probably do it, and
Yeah.
probably I would have.
Shit like that, John, like having like the bigger fire team, they're gonna save that to
Yeah.
pop the cherry of the initiative.
Yeah. They'll probably do 6-man in Destiny 2, I bet.
Okay, the biggest shit that has come out of this though is from the new Cryptarch. You can get artifacts. She'll have 3 a week. These artifacts do a variety of different things. Okay, the memory of Ratagast adds reflect to swords, so you can reflect supers. You can reflect rockets.
Oh yeah.
You can reflect ogre beams.
I am tired of that motherfucking Titan Slam, dude. Just like, no, bitch.
Hey,
Nice.
hey, hey!
I don't know if
hey.
it'll work
On
against
my
that,
team, it's
but you
okay,
can,
on the other
you
team-
can reflect hammers and Nova Bombs.
It'll come in handy against the
about
fucking
Stormcaller?
warlocks.
Nope, I don't
I
think
don't
so. There's gotta be
Stormcaller isn't just a one shot. It's like
It's
a.
true.
It's
It's
a-
like
it's
I
constant.
don't know. We'll have
there's
to
gotta
see.
be some sort of like there's gotta be something that parallels like every.
I'm gonna have to get my
like,
Titan
you
up
cannot
tomorrow.
have an
Oh, hold on.
ultimate something.
Memory of Porun, Guardians with full supers are marked on the map. So you'll know who has their super, which can come in handy.
Yeah,
yeah,
but there's
trials
there's a
and shit.
perk you can get that's like that on fucking
Depends on your scope.
that gun that I have. That
Like
we
the
just got
enhanced
from
radar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Memory of Jolder eliminates the sprint cooldown. That should just be a thing. I'm always bitching like, you guys fucking like stop running when you land and shit. Like that's not gonna be a problem
Sprint
anymore.
cooldown. What's that?
Like if you land or do something and you like it takes you a second to start running again.
Like you're
I'm
trying to
trying to like
go
click the
into
button
sprint,
to
but
get
he's
the fuck
not.
out of the way, and he's not running.
I've never noticed
And
that.
here's the thing:
Well,
is I
it's
don't
a
have a
problem
problem
for
with
me.
that because, and with my Titan, I go
It's never
striker.
affected me. Yeah.
I'm constantly sprinting.
Now that it's
and-
pointed out, you guys are.
No, I knew about I didn't know what you meant, but I knew about it like, but it just doesn't affect me because
Yeah,
of the way
that's-
I play.
the way
Well,
I-
that's good because I wish it didn't affect
that's
me.
boss, dude.
See,
I want that.
the way I play is I constantly jump and I'm constantly moving around.
Not me, I stop.
I'm at full speed whether I'm trying to or not.
I check my corners. I fucking do all that shit. Like,
The memory
calling
of
yourself.
Silmar reduces any damage over time effect, so like the burning and shit, like it
That would
reduces
come
the
in
damage
handy.
off of that.
But there's also like the armor that I wear.
Yeah, it does that. But this also gives you a chance to reset your gear and switch it up, so you're
Yeah.
not tied to
Your
that
play
shit.
style gets
Yeah.
a little more intuitive, which is
Memory of Fellwinter, lose your super, but gain extra melee, grenade, and boost to all stats.
that's what I'll be doing.
3 fucking grenades, dude.
Let's see. No, it doesn't stack like that.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it does not stack to
That,
3.
but it opens a whole
No,
other
well,
perk in your
But you
tree.
don't have to have the armor that gives you that stuff and able to do it.
Or use the perk in your...
You can make yourself even more of a badass. Memory of Galleon, detailed radar at all times, even when aiming your primary weapons. That'll make it, instead of 8, it'll make it 16.
Mhm.
So you can see like farther.
And you can see...
I hate the radar in Destiny. I hate it.
I do too. I do. I hate it.
It is far less superior than the one that was in Halo. Memory of Scory, speed up super rate for all surrounding allies,
Yup.
but you glow.
Yup.
So you stick out like a sore thumb,
Oh.
and everyone that's close to you will fucking increase their super like Mayhem Clash style.
That's like my shit, dude.
Hey,
I love
that would be perfect. Honestly, if you get a Bubble Titan,
Okay, we all go Thunder, and we double...
Would that be crazy, dude?
Dude, so we all just charged right from the go. Who cares if we're fucking glowing? Everybody's fucking bolting that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, and Memory of Timur, you can melee a minion, and it will convert to your side and fight the enemy for you.
Weird.
So you can melee like, it has to be a low level melee.
it doesn't matter. But
Oh,
but that's
or
only.
something.
But that
fucking
okay, so
knocked
that
I
would
bet you, there'll be
That'd be cool,
armor
though.
or something like an exotic exotic sash you can get to where you can fucking like tame a stronger enemy. Like, can you imagine just like
Maybe.
mobbing around with a fucking
Knight.
That'd be cool.
ogre or something?
All of these artifacts are based around the Iron Lords, so we still have 2 living Iron Lords, so there might be 2 secret artifacts that we don't know about yet. Because we still got Saladin and Shax, they're both Iron Lords.
Mhm. I want some fucking like crazy
So
ass armor.
this can completely change multiplayer, dude.
Dude, that
Like,
video,
multiplayer's pretty stale right now.
that video where Saladin like was like walking and like gets all crazy. Can you imagine if it was like him and Shax like standing there shoulder to shoulder and just like fucking...
It never showed who he was fighting against, though. What if they're fighting each other?
That'd be crazy.
oh,
It never
don't
showed
even-
who he was fighting.
We don't even really know who like we're gonna be fighting in the raid. Like it just showed like a giant machine of some sort.
I watch one of them get out of it.
Like, and that might not be the boss. That might just be like a
mini
Oh,
boss.
no, I don't expect them to show us like the fruits of this.
They did the Taken King. We knew who we were fighting right away.
That's what I was saying. What if you're fighting one of the Iron Lords? He's like in something, and he's like, "Bitch, by the
Dude,
way."
what if
it's
we were
me."
like on the tower and like the Traveler is just like coming at us and we have to like fucking shoot it to like keep it away while like fending off other shit, dude?
That would kind of.
That would
nuts. It'd be so crazy.
It'd be like giant Goku, just like.
Coming down.
I'm gonna kill you.
All right, that is this week's episode of
Episode?
That is this week's episode
Basil Faulty?
of PixelCulture.
Leviosa.
Leviosa. Leviosa.
Suck.